After a successful 2-year stint with the Alabama volleyball team, Ben and Angie Bolt have moved here to Iowa City.
Thanks, Paige. And no, this week looks to be quite different than the past few days. You're going to want to get out those umbrellas. Tuesday will be nice and warm with a high of 84 degrees, but will be thunderstorming throughout the entire day. With winning an NCAA championship comes a few perks, including getting to meet the president. The Iowa men's wrestling team is making a trip to the White House on Monday morning to take part in a reception for teams that won an NCAA championship in the 2009-2010 school year. The reception will take place Monday night on the White House lawn for all athletes. The Iowa wrestlers will then get to sightsee before they head back to the Midwest, and to some, this unexpected trip is an opportunity of a lifetime. And for your Tuesday weather forecast, it's going to be rainy and cloudy throughout all of Tuesday with a morning temperature around 58 degrees. By afternoon, thunderstorms will roll in with a temperature of 74, but by night that temperature will drop back down to about 57 degrees and clear skies. Later on in the week, don't expect any Arizona type of weather while sitting at home watching your Hawkeyes, with highs in the low 70s and lows in the mid-50s throughout the entire weekend. That's your weather forecast for the upcoming week. I'm Christina Meister, and now we're going to send it to Paige in the Daily Iowan newsroom. And this week, the Black and Gold traveled to Arizona to take on the 24th ranked Wildcats. This game could be the one that determines the season, and Iowa is ready for the challenge. Chelsea and I took a closer look at what the Hawks will need to do to make themselves 3-0. Michelle Beadle and Colin Coward entertained the Hawkeye fans before production began on the second stop of the Big Ten Sports Nation Tour. After kicking off in Madison with the Badgers on Monday, Beadle and Coward hit the road for Iowa City, a place Beadle said was a very nice campus.
So far, so good. Big fan of campuses. It's been a good 14 years since I've been on one. So I didn't get to see much of Wisconsin, so my goal is now to make sure I see the next 3, and I did this morning on a little bit of a cheesy jog, but I liked it.
Sports Nation began the tour to get out with live audiences. Beadle and Coward felt the live audiences would be a great atmosphere for the show, and taking an audience-controlled show on the road has been a goal for the two since the beginning. And fans were pretty excited to see Beadle and Coward visit Iowa City.
It's pretty sweet. I guess I always watch Sports Nation on ESPN. So actually coming to get to see it live, it's pretty sweet.
I personally love the show. I'm a big fan of Michelle Beadle. Colin Coward usually know what he's talking about, but Michelle Beadle is my idol.
While in Iowa City, Beadle sported a Hawkeye football jersey and performed favorite Hawkeye cheers with the Iowa Spirit Squad. Beadle and Coward pumped up the soaking wet crowd while watching Weird Web videos, a segment they feature on their show daily. Only Tuesday's videos came from Slater Hall, right here at the University of Iowa. Before cutting Iowa City's edition of Sports Nation short due to lightning, Beadle and Coward threw out dry T-shirts to the faithful Hawk fans who stayed with them throughout the storm. Sports Nation will continue their Big Ten tour on Wednesday, traveling to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and finishing up Thursday at Penn State. Christina Meister, Daily Iowan TV Sports. Hawkeye head football coach Kirk Ferentz recently signed a contract extension through the year 2020. And Ian, if Coach Ferentz coaches out this contract, he will surpass coaching legend Hayden Fry for the number of years coaching as Hawkeye head football coach.
Yeah, and as far as the coaching legacies are concerned, it's kind of hard to compare the two of them. And it's kind of crazy to do it. I mean, both of them are great in their own right, but we're going to try to determine who at least has the potential for a greater legacy. Of course, Ferentz not done yet, we hope, here at Iowa. And so we're going to start by looking first at Hayden Fry.
He may no longer be coaching the Hawks on the field, but Hayden Fry's legacy is no hokey pokey. Just last week at the annual Fry Fest celebration, Hawkeye fans joined together to break the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest organized hokey pokey dance, a Fry tradition for when the Hawks upset a big opponent. But Hayden Fry's legacy lives on every time the Hawks take the field. In Coach Fry's first season, he focused on changing the look and attitude of the Hawkeyes by dressing them in a similar uniform design to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the dominant NFL program at the time. He also implemented the intimidating swarm of the players holding hands while entering the field, and the always notable Tiger Hawk logo. Fry's legacy continues on here in Iowa City, with Coach Kirk Ferentz being one of his many proteges.
In his 12th year as Iowa head coach, Kirk Ferentz has already won 3 Big Ten Coach of the Year awards, one of just 4 coaches to do so. He's the second longest tenured coach in the conference, and with good reason. Ferentz is 6-3 in bowl games, including the Orange Bowl victory. Since his 3rd season at Iowa, the Hawkeyes have won over 68% of their games. And this year, Kirk could solidify himself as the best ever. If Iowa can get to 2 straight BCS bowls, that's something Hayden Fry and not even Niall Kinnick can claim.
For Ian Martin, I'm Christina Meister, Daily Iowan TV Sports. I'm here in front of Hillcrest Dorm, where just a week ago students were moving in, getting ready to start their college life. But now that they're here, they're getting used to what Princeton calls the number 9 party school in the nation.
I had heard that Iowa City was going to be a party school, and that, that they were the top 10 party school in the nation.
Nick, new to the university but not inexperienced the Iowa City culture.
Came down here a couple times when I was in high school and hung out with my brother and friends.
But now, with changes to university regulations and city ordinances to curb underage and binge drinking, Nick, who once hit the downtown scene far before becoming a student at the UI, now says the message is truly working.
People are kind of scared with all the rules being enforced. I think a lot of the freshmen are staying away from it because they don't want to get that big $700 ticket.
Nick also added that for now, from what he has seen, the dorms have stayed dry.
Honestly, I haven't seen any drinking in the dorms. I know our RA gave us a talk about it, and he said if we were going to do it, just go to a friend's house or something where it's a lot safer. So I think people are being pretty cautious and safe this first couple of weeks of school.
Christina Meister, Daily Iowan TV.